Good morrow, lovely little ghost, and welcome to the Dark Orchard for Laura Watson's 13 Days of Vlogoween Disney Countdown.
As was said in my intro, this is a Vlogoween video. More specifically, today I'm going to be transforming myself into Madame Leota. For those of you that don't know, Madame Leota is the psychic medium from the Haunted Mansion, or Phantom Manor. And I'm actually going to be discussing Phantom Manor, which is the equivalent to Haunted Mansion in Paris, while I do this makeup. So without further delay, let's get started. First, I'm going to be using my Rowan's Paradise Aqua Paint in the color teal. And I have already primed my face, so I'm going to be using this lovely little color. I have a cup to put water in, so I can dip my brush into the water instead of putting water directly on my paint. So there are a few adaptations of Madame Leota. She's seen in the Eddie Murphy movie, the Disney version of Haunted Mansion. She's also seen in every Haunted Mansion inspired ride. And there's also a painting of her as a human. So there are many different forms of Madame Leota, and she's always interpreted just a little bit different in all of them. The version of Leota that I'm going to be doing is actually a fan art that I found. This lovely Leota. I saw this and was just blown away by how stinking cute it is. So I'm going to attempt to do the makeup like this version. And I will link that artist down below, and I'll link their Etsy shop so you can check out their digital prints of that piece. So I'm going to jump right into painting my face while we talk about Phantom Manor. Some of you may remember that in February I went to Paris and went to Disneyland Paris. My favorite part of going to Disneyland Paris was Phantom Manor. It is the Paris equivalent to Haunted Mansion. There are some differences with that Haunted Mansion and the one here. The biggest difference is that the storyline focuses more on a bride. And the bride is not Constance. It's not the bride from Haunted Mansion in the States. So the bride of Phantom Manor, her name is Melanie. And Melanie is the daughter of the person that ran Big Thunder Mountain. Like the mines in Big Thunder Mountain. Because Phantom Manor is actually in Frontierland. And Melanie, the daughter of the mine owner, became betrothed to a conductor, I believe, and the conductor wanted to move away with Melanie. Her father didn't like that. He tried everything he could to stop the wedding. But then after the father died, a mysterious phantom came on the wedding day and lured her fiancé up to the attic. And in the attic, her fiancé hung himself. Now Melanie, convinced that the suitor would return, wandered the halls aimlessly, and the phantom made fun of her for being so humanly devoted to this one person. And over time, the phantom started inviting his friends. And soon the manor became a modge podge of ghosts and phantoms. And it's really strange riding the ride, because I'd seen ride-throughs of like the Disney World and Disneyland rides, and I wasn't expecting a Wild West scene to be smack dab in the middle of the Haunted Mansion. But with Phantom Manor, you don't get the same cemetery scene that you get with Haunted Mansion. Instead, you get sort of a Wild West scene that ties in with Big Thunder Mountain. And oh my gosh, there is a dog. And the dog is the scariest part of that ride. Terrified me. Like, for a split second, thought it was real. I guess that means it's a good animatronic, but it scared me. But you also get to see Madame Leota, and she is very similar to how she is in the Haunted Mansion. She is still a disembodied head floating in a crystal ball, and she has a very similar voice, if not the same voice, but she says a slightly different phrase. And she also says her phrase in both English and French, which I found to be very interesting. It was honestly my favorite part of the ride, I'm definitely going to pop in some pictures of Phantom Manor, like pictures that I took of it, because it's stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. It sits up on a hill in Frontierland, and it's really the focal point. Like, it's the first thing that I noticed, and I was so excited to ride it. I've never ridden Haunted Mansion, but I can already tell you it's my favorite ride. And Phantom Manor was my favorite ride at Disneyland Paris. And since I mentioned it, let's talk a little bit about the Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion movie. They made Leota very, very sassy in that movie. I absolutely love Leota in that movie, especially towards the end. Because they also incorporated things that she says, they gave her even more of a personality than she already has. It kind of reminded me of the Phantom Manor storyline, except with a female suitor instead of a male suitor. The gender roles were reversed, but it was very similar to the story told in France. Versus, you know, Constance's story. One last really fun fact about Phantom Manor before I move on to talking about other things. Phantom Manor actually has the potential to be haunted. Like, actually haunted. Because a technician was found dead in Phantom Manor one morning when they went to open the ride. They believe it was a electrical something that happened. A freak accident, but still, potentially, a haunting. So let me do a second coat of this, and then we'll talk some fun facts while we do the other stuff. Okay, so while we talk some fun facts about Haunted Mansion, I'm going to use the Big Wet n Wild palette and do some highlighting. We talked about the Eddie Murphy version, but we haven't talked about the Haunted Mansion that could have been. I'm going to butcher his name. I'm going to butcher the name. I know I am. But Guillermo del Toro? Never could say that right. But you know who I'm talking about. Was supposed to take part in a Haunted Mansion movie. And it was going to star Ryan Gosling, of all people. But it was deemed too dark for a Disney audience. So it was scrapped. Now there's talk about a new Haunted Mansion movie. Disney's no stranger to doing live-action films, and they're definitely no stranger to doing more than one. Of course, we got Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Cinderella, Jungle Cruise is a new one. Also, The Country Bears, which is based on a Disney ride, and Lonnie Eagleton's favorite movie. So, Disney's no stranger to creating films from rides, or films from movies, or films from other films, and things like that. So, it's no surprise that they want to do a second Haunted Mansion, and they actually want the same person that worked on Aladdin to work on Haunted Mansion. Now, there were mixed reviews for the new Aladdin. I know some people that still refuse to watch it, even now. But I personally really liked it. It was respectful and beautiful. I'm going to take a dark blue and go under the nose with it. But I'm really interested to see what they do with the new Haunted Mansion movie. And see what storyline they do. Will they go the Phantom Manor route? Will they go the Haunted Mansion route? Will they focus on an obscure character like the Hatbox Ghost? Because we all love the Hatbox Ghost. Will they focus more on Constance? Like, what will the story be? It'll be very interesting to see that take, because in the Eddie Murphy version, we just got to see the movie in like a 3D perspective, like they were inside the ride. But the ride was really the Haunted Mansion. Like, you know what I'm saying. And that was really enjoyable. So now I'm going to take this NYX glitter primer and put it right under my eyes. And I'm going to grab my custom ColourPop palette and use this really sparkly one right here. So another really fun Leota fact, Madame Leota is named after Imagineer Leota Toombs, and that's where the namesake comes from. And she actually voiced Madame Leota. She voiced Leota, her face was what they used for Leota, and she practiced her incantations that Leota says so much that one night her daughter was going to a dance and she was practicing her incantations, and they were so convincing that her daughter's date was like, what the heck is your mom up to? So that's one of my favorite facts about Haunted Mansion and Madame Leota. So I keep seeing myself in the monitor and I hate that my lips look like this. Like, hate it. So I'm going to do a red, like a bright red, like the reference image. I cannot not do the lips any longer. Lip color, the Andy Black My Way lip color, because it is a bright cherry red. I'm going to give this a second to dry. Ooh, you know what that reminds me of now? It reminds me of Miss Argentina. I think that's right. Miss Argentina from Beetlejuice. The My Little Accident character. That's who that reminds me of, with the teal and the red. I really want to do her for Halloween one year. Now that the My Way lipstick is dry, I'm going to go in with Cherry Pie by Medusa's Makeup from their Metal AF collection, and just top it to have a bit of a shine. I love that metallic color that this lipstick has. So now I'm going to take this brush and go into the Wet n Wild glitter palette. Get this like turquoise blue color and do the top of the eyelid. Just adding in some glitter over here. In Disneyland, California, there is a spider. The spider is because someone in the 1970s rode through and shot just before you transition from the ballroom into Madame Leota's room. So there's a bullet hole in the glass. Because there was a giant bullet hole in the glass, they either would have to repair it or make it something else. They chose to make it something else because to repair it, they would have had to remove the roof from the Haunted Mansion and replace the glass, because the glass goes from floor to ceiling and it's a very tall ceiling. So instead, they made it into a spider. So if you ever make it out to Disneyland, California, look for the spider just before you leave the ballroom, and you'll know that it was actually a bullet hole. So for the last little bit of this look, I'm going to top line my eye and do my eyebrows with a black eyeliner. And big Disney fans already know this, but did you know that the hitchhiking ghosts actually have names? The 3 ghosts that you encounter, called the hitchhiking ghosts, are named Phineas, Ezra, and Gus. And then the look wouldn't be complete without mascara. For this, I'm going to be using a thicker wand than normal. It's a Wonderland London mascara. And there you have it, a Madame Leota inspired makeup look. I hope you enjoyed all those interesting and cute Haunted Mansion facts. I gotta say, Haunted Mansion is one of my favorite attractions ever. I really love Haunted Mansion. I loved riding Phantom Manor in Paris, and I really hope that eventually I get to ride the Haunted Mansion itself in Disneyland or Disney World. So for the comments down below, I want you to tell me who your favorite Haunted Mansion character is. Whether it's from Haunted Mansion in Anaheim, where you can say the Hatbox Ghost, whether it's Disneyland, where you could say Constance or Hitchhiking Ghost or something like that, or even someone from one of the other attractions throughout the world. Or if you want to tell me the Evanses from the movie, tell me that. Just let me know who your favorite character is, and maybe just tell me why. I gotta say, Leota's definitely my favorite, especially in the movie. She's so sassy. And if you don't talk to me about Haunted Mansion, just talk to me about something, because I love for you to talk to me down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you come around again soon. Say bye. Bye! Goblins and ghoulies from last Halloween, awaken the spirits with your tambourines. Rap on the table, it's time to respond. Send us a message from somewhere beyond. Serpents and spiders and tail of a rat, calling all spirits wherever you're at. Warlocks and witches, please answer this call. Your presence is wanted at this ghostly ball. Goblins and ghoulies, creatures of fright, we summon you now to dance through the night. Join now the spirits in a nuptial doom, a ravishing bride and a vanishing groom.
See you real soon.